Morning everyone, it's 5:15, just about to head out, get in the car and go off to photograph another lighthouse. This one's a bit different, it's at Santa Pola, and condition wise, well, we're supposed to have some cloud today. That could be really good or it could be really bad. I guess we'll see. I hope you'll enjoy the trip out and the video and the photography. If you do and you're new here, don't forget to hit subscribe before you go. Hi everyone, thank you for joining me. So we are about 40 minutes before sunrise. We're at Faro de Cabo de Santa Pola, which is the lighthouse at Cape Santa Pola, or maybe Santa Pola Point. And I'm going to have a quick look around, find my composition, or my first composition anyway, get set up, and then talk you a bit more through about both the lighthouse, the location, and what I'm planning to shoot. Okay, so I'm set up on this observation platform which sticks out over the cliff edge to give some pretty spectacular views here, and I'm using the curving lines of this as a lead-in line for my shot to the lighthouse. Now, one of the challenges I've got here is this platform is a little bit wobbly, so I've got to be careful that I don't move. I'm currently running a 1 minute exposure on this scene, which I'm hoping will look quite nice. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah, that looks quite nice. The lighthouse is very small in the frame, which is what I wanted from this particular composition. The only thing that kind of bugs me a little bit is that the railing coming in from the right hand side of the frame and the railing coming in from the left hand side of the frame are at different heights, but I don't think there's much I can do about that. But as a first image, 1 minute exposure, that's not too bad. Okay, so a few interesting things about this lighthouse. First of all, they've actually repurposed one of the old 16th century watchtowers to build this. They've dotted all along this coastline watchtowers that were built to look out for pirates, and this is one of the square ones, and what they've done is built the light tower on top of it, and then some buildings on the side, which presumably are to, you know, for people and stores and other sorts of things. That's quite an interesting repurposing of something like this, which obviously had the perfect vantage point. It is a working lighthouse. It's one of the few lighthouses that I've seen along here that actually is a sweep lighthouse, so you can actually see it going round and round rather than just flashing. Most of the lighthouses I've seen along this part of the coast are single directions, they just flash out to sea, whereas this one does sweep round. I'm not going to try to capture that sweep today, I don't think. It's probably more than I really want to do today. It's also got some modern sort of radar type stuff here, which I'm guessing is probably related to the airport, which actually isn't that far from here. We've got a very nice morning here this morning with lots of cloud, but whether we're actually going to see any light at sunrise, I'm not sure. It's still 25 minutes until sunrise, but I'm kind of expecting the sun's going to be rising kind of out that way, and there's a beautiful glow out there actually. I'm kind of hoping the sun's going to put some side lighting on this scene. I'm going to play around now anyway and just see if there's another couple of long exposure images to do before thinking about the actual sunrise. Okay, so I've moved just a little bit across and I've zoomed in to 35mm, and that's putting the lighthouse pretty much in the centre of the frame, still with the walkway coming in from the bottom and acting as a lead in. Some quite nice clouds around up there, and I can probably shoot that. Yeah, about a 10-second exposure. It's okay, I can't help but feel there's got to be something else I can do here. Maybe coming off of the platform and seeing if I can find a different vantage point to shoot from. So I'm going to have a go at that. Yeah, I'm kind of struggling to find a shot that I like. What I'm doing on this one is I've got the second part of the walkway, because it kind of is in two sections. There's one section over there and then one section here. I've got that coming in from the bottom right of the frame, and it kind of sweeps across the frame, and then I've got the lighthouse itself on the roughly on the lower third intersection, and then quite a lot of sky up above. I don't know, I don't like the more modern kind of tower over on the left. So in the frame, it's quite near the edge of the frame. I can't exclude it completely because otherwise it pushes the lighthouse itself across to the left. I suppose I could take it out in post, that's possible. The clouds look quite nice. I don't know, we'll give it a go. We're about, I don't know, 24-25mm. Still with a 2-stop hard edged ND grad in, 2.5 seconds at f11 and focused on the lighthouse. Yeah, okay, so there's a lot of wide angle distortion kicking in on the lighthouse, just leaning over to the right quite a bit. That's easy to correct in post, just using the free transform tool on a small area of it. Okay, something a little bit different here. I've come back out onto this this far end of this observation platform walkway, and I've got my shot set up looking straight down here, 16mm, as symmetrical as I can get it. I can't get it completely symmetrical because the railings on this side are higher than the railings on this side because of the shape of the platform. I've extended the centre column to get more height, because what I want to make sure is that not only do I want to make sure that the end of the railing is below the horizon, but out in the distance there's an island, which I'm guessing might be Tabaka. I'm not 100% sure. I'll confirm that or not, but I want to make sure that that isn't obscured by the railing. 16mm, half a second. Again, the temptation to go for a long exposure, but the clouds are barely moving. And doing a really long exposure on this platform is really difficult because of the movement, but I might give it a go. I've got half a second. So if I bring the ISO down, that would mean I've got a second. Go to f16, that would be 2 seconds. And then if I put in a 6-stop filter, that would give me 2 minutes. Bulb mode, cable release, stopwatch. And away we go, trying to stay very, very still. Have you noticed how hard it is to stand very, very still? Do you know what? That might work. Going to be an interesting consideration as to whether I prefer the long exposure or the short exposure. I guess I won't know till I get it back on the computer and have a proper look at it. Okay, so it's now, what time is it? It is 7:30, so we're 26 minutes, I think, after sunrise, and absolutely nothing. There's no light, there's no colour. I guess you've got to be careful what you wish for. I always complain about the lack of clouds in summer, but when you get clouds, sometimes it means you get no light. But hopefully the clouds have made for some interesting, you know, sort of textual type images that may or may not end up going black and white. We'll have to see. Yeah, I think I'm going to pack up and head for home. I hope you've enjoyed the trip out. If you have, please consider giving it a like, sharing it on social media. Don't forget to leave me a comment, and as I say, if you've enjoyed this, hit subscribe before you leave. It's always appreciated. And as always, I really appreciate you taking the time to watch, so thank you very much. And until the next video, bye.